bit of a different view on where this is all heading. So I also like to think, and it's important for all of us to think of this philosophically. So my philosophy around the coming of AI is that it can actually help humans be more human. And if we go back and we look at the great philosophers, so Socrates, Nietzsche, to be human is to know the self, to be an individual, and to fulfill your own potential. That's the basic fundamentals of the philosophers for thousands of years. Now, what AI can do is actually take away some of the more mundane, routine things that we do or our staff members do in order for us then to go and do more human pursuits. So I think as far as progress and evolution, this is absolutely a really important part of the plan for humanity. But the thing I slightly disagree with, maybe will, is that we want AI to do things humans don't do so well, right? So we don't actually handle customers too well in a lot of our client interactions. So as humans, we don't do that so well. So why are we trying to create a machine to be like a human when humans actually haven't done that good a job at it? So even though we, for our machine, we call her Rosie, I didn't want to call her Rosie because she's not a human. She's a piece of software that does really smart things and solves problems. Why are we calling her Rosie? And I'll just kind of help you understand that. So, of all the research that's been done globally, let's say there's 300 main chatbots at the moment. About 35% of them have a female name, and it tends to be a young, white female name. 29% have a male name. They tend to be names like Fred and Ross and Tom, white male names. And then a third of them don't have any, no, they're just virtual assistants, right? When we look at the top 7 virtual assistants or chatbots, so Alexa, Siri, Cortana, Amy, Julie, 80% of them have young white woman names. Right? Now the reason for that is the researchers thought that when humans and robots start to interact, what's the lowest level of friction there? A young white female is essentially the conclusion of the researchers. So this has been perpetuated around the world, and we all name our bots some young white female name, which really deeply disturbs me. I actually wanted to call our platform Jerome, but we got a bit of a resistance from that. So but when we've gone out to customers, so in the last couple of months we went out to 530 Australian consumers and said, what do you think about this? Actually, no, I'll back it up. We went first to businesses, 100 Australian businesses, and we said, okay, let's say you've got a chatbot, what do you think customers want? Does it want to be a female name, a male name, or gender neutral, older, same age, younger? Business came back and they said, oh, definitely 100%, this needs to be in this order: young female, older male, gender neutral, younger male, right down the bottom. Nobody wants a younger male name, right? Sorry, boys. Then when we went to consumers and we said, okay, Australian public, what do you want? The order was this: we actually don't care, gender neutral, number 1. Fascinating, right? Then actually, female, younger female, older male, way down, younger male. So,
that's because you've all got 2 girlfriends.
Yeah, that's right, and they talk to machines. But the thing is, do we need to make robots human? Because they're not, I don't see it. So within the next 12 months, and I'm doing a lot of work and thinking with people all around the world, where is this all going and why are we trying to turn them into humans when they're not humans, and what they're doing humans didn't do a particularly good job on doing, right? So clearly there's a debate for another day. But where it's all going from my perspective is a couple of things. The analysts like Gartner are talking about emerging pricing models and business models, which they call the economics of connections. So it's coming back to this whole point around connectivity. So when we do pricing models for our robot, we do it based on number of connections that she's able to provide, which are customer conversations for our clients. And that's one of the units, metrics or units of currency now is connectivity. So there'll be new business models and pricing models emerging around this, not just the old traditional big licensing fees. So that's one thing. The other thing that's coming is this notion of ecosystems of collaboration. So instead of the AI players all individually going, oh, well, here's IBM Watson and here's Commonwealth Bank's app and here's Flamingo's AI, we all get together and collaborate, and we want to come to corporations with ecosystems of solutions that are all modularized, networked, and hung together in order to solve your problems. So that's another thing. There won't be this sort of single vendor approach now. So already Brock and I go, oh, we like what you do, we can plug it in. I'll go to Will, I like what you plug it in. And that's how we'll do. So you'll see a different way that the vendor communities start to engage with each other in order to solve solutions in the market. But where for me it's all going is in a really exciting place, and I'll give you an example of this. So one of our really progressive customers in the US, Fortune 100 insurer, has put 3 skills into Alexa. So this is, Alexa, get me a quotation for car insurance. Alexa, start making a claim for me. Alexa, is there some weather that's going to interrupt me driving on the road today? So Alexa as a virtual personal assistant is starting to be trained by the corporates to do things on behalf of the business. So, and we are building the auto insurance customer assistant for this particular company. So what we will do in the next year is have our bot, Rosie, interact directly with Alexa, and then there actually doesn't need to be humans too much involved. So I could walk around my house and say, Alexa, I need car insurance, and Alexa and Rosie Alexa will go to Rosie and say, Rosie, you need a quote. Rosie will give it back to Alexa. Alexa will say, Katrina, car insurance is $1,500. I go, great, buy that. Alexa will go, Katrina, Rosie, can you do this interaction on behalf of Katrina? Make the payment, do that. Alexa comes back and says, yep, quotation done, you can drive. By the way, there's this big storm coming, so you might want to take this other route. So in that case, what we will see, and again, analysts are predicting within the next 5 years, that 5% of all economic interactions happening in the world will happen between the machines where we, the humans, don't even know that those deals are being done. So it may be that that's me, Katrina, instigating the robots to do a deal, but it may be that Alexa looks at my insurance, knows that it's coming up, and she goes and does the deal with Rosie herself, and I never even know. I'm just insured all the time because the machines have done the business for me. So that's where this is going in a rapid rate of knots, and we will see that sort of scenario within the next 2 years as starting to be where the large corporates start to go. I'm personally super excited about that because all that means is I don't have to spend 20 hours going through the hideous process of getting car insurance. I can actually go and do amazing, higher purpose human things.